It's good, y'all. I don't know if this is the beginning of a... Ooh. I'm sorry. That gym be tearing me up. Oh, I don't know if this is the beginning of a new vlog or... Is this foggy? Oh, that's just how it shows. I'm sorry if this is out of focus, guys. But anyway, let me tell you what I'm doing. So I'm putting my own box braids in. They're a little bootleg, but they're gonna serve their purpose, which is a protective style. I should have been did this, but I felt like it was too hot. Sorry, y'all, all up in my cooler. I felt like it was too hot to be having all this hair. I detangled this side. This side took me a long time to do. I haven't done my own box braids in a long time, so it was kind of weird. And I'm tired right now. It's like it's almost 9 o'clock. So I'm just gonna detangle this side. I'm gonna detangle this side, and then I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna get up in the morning, do some, and then finish it. And it should not be take as long as this, because I was really struggling with detangling, parting, or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all that I'm gonna give y'all the fucking tea on Dark and Lovely and Boom Shata. If it was a race, Boom Shata is losing, y'all. I'm sorry, he is nice, but just like I told y'all, he's Jamaican, so you know how they talk. They're real kind of vulgar sometimes or whatever. And I know y'all like, you got the nerve, but I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like the way I would talk to my homegirls is not the same way I would talk to a guy. Like with that much, the way I tell y'all stories or whatever, y'all see me turn up. That's not the way I would deal with a guy. So I just feel like there's no gentleness, or he has no finesse. I don't know how to say it. Like prime example, he was like, what did he say? I told y'all he got a thing with skin, and he's always like, oh, you so healthy and thick, and he's like, oh, your broad nose and I was just like, ugh, like this is certain. I'm very big on how people talk to me, like when I'm dealing with them. Like, bitch, if we friends, we could fucking, bitch, you want to cut ass all day, we can cut ass. But I'm very big on how men talk to me, especially when it comes to talking about my body. And I don't know if it's a kind of a thing that goes back from when I'm a little girl and whatever, but I'm just very big on that. Like, watch how you talk to me. Like, I don't know. You have to have, you know what it is? He does not have a gentleman quality to him. He's very like, just raunchy type of, and that for me to be interested in a guy, he can't. That's not something that I'm into. I don't know. You have to be very gentle when it comes to certain things with me. Like, I know I could appear like a roughneck, but when I say I'm kind of a lady type of, watch your fucking mouth. I'm a fucking lady. So the cat is not in here, so that's why you don't hear old girl. She's sitting over here. I'm not even putting her on camera. So anyway, so that's the thing. And then another thing why he's not winning is because he is dead. When I told y'all that he claimed that he in the industry and all this extra stuff. Not to say that he's lying, but whatever. So every time we talk, he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna call you back, and he'll call me, and then he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna call you back in two minutes or so. Never calls back. And then later on that day, he'd be like, oh, you dashed me, Wayne. You ain't there. You forgot about me. And it's like, first off, homeboy, you the industry cat. You the one that's claiming you in the studio and you doing this and you doing that. I know you have to show a mutual interest. But if you claim to be busy all the time, I'm not going to be the one to call you. You the one that claims to be busy. So when you're not busy, that's when you hit me up. And if you hit me up, you're always rushy. And you claiming that you're going to hit somebody back and then you don't hit them back. To me, you're still busy. That's it. That's just how I see it. So he had did that a few times. He's like, oh, I'm going to come up. I'm going to pop up on you. And we're going to go do this and this, and the third. He'll never call. He'll never text until that night and be like, oh, good night, or what happened, and it's like, what the fuck you mean? Are you bipolar? Like, I hate inconsistency. That if you trying to make the peach be a sun-dried peach, that is one thing you do. Be inconsistent, bitch. This fruit would dry the fuck up. I don't like it. I don't like it when it comes to relationships with men. I don't like it when it comes to my friends. I don't like it. You say you're gonna do something, do it. If you're not going to do it, call and say that you're not going to do it. That is it. That's all I ask. And he's one of those people that say he's going to do something, then don't do it, and then make it seem like you're the reason why it didn't happen. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, like, girl, close your legs. Don't worry. It's nothing crazy going on down here. So that's another thing, inconsistency. This like right now he said, oh, I'm gonna call you back when I'm done with this photo shoot or whatever. I want to see you today or whatever. Sorry, I'm looking at the cat. I want to see you today. So I said, oh, no, matter of fact, he said last night he was like, oh, last night he was like, oh, I was in Harlem. I went and got a few shots. I called you. I wanted to see you. He called me almost 10 o'clock at night. So you called me at 10 o'clock at night, and what the fuck was I supposed to do? Come see you in Harlem while you already acquainted with your shots and whoever the fuck else you chatting it up with? You didn't call me in advance and say, okay, Annie, I'm going to Harlem. Where are you? Is it possible for you to join me? My thing is, I lost my job, but I have a fucking life. Even if that life consists of fucking making YouTube videos and talking my shit, bitch, I got a fucking life. Don't try to fucking play me. I don't like that shit. So, I was like, just to be shady, I was like, well, yeah, you called me, but you called me late, and you would have had to tell me in advance. He was like, oh, okay, boss lady. And it's like, that's another thing he does. It's like, he tries to, you ever have somebody try to make it seem like you're being aggressive or you're overreacting? And he does that a lot. And I fucking hate that. I hate that with a fucking passion. And I think I hate that particularly because people already assume that I'm an aggressive type of person, and I'm not. I'm actually very calm. I'm very mild. I'm a very mild-mannered person. Like, in person, like, if we chilling, I'm not, I'm not an over-the-top type of person. Maybe when I was younger, I don't even think it's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know you, yeah. But I'm just, when guys try to, like, before they even get to know me, they already assuming that because of my stature. It's like, oh, I know you strong. Oh, I know you don't play. And it's like, no. I'm chilling. I'm fucking chilling. I'm not doing anything. And it's like, if you try to express that, it's like, oh, look, you got an attitude. No, I don't have an attitude. But that same judgmental mindset that y'all have towards women is the same judgmental mindset racist people have towards you. They look at you and they assume that you're away, so they treat you that way. And that's kind of what people do to me. Don't fucking do that to me. Because I'm legit jokey all day. Even when I'm in a bad mood, I'm fucking clowning. And that's kind of a defense mechanism that I've used unintentionally, but now as an adult I realized it, because I am not one to be, I don't like to complain. I don't like to be a burden. I don't like to be the miserable person or anything like that. So I try not to have an attitude, or I try to smile and talk or whatever. And if I feel like I'm being too much, then I'll just isolate myself and I won't really deal with anybody until I deal with my feelings. And then I'll come back and be chatting it up. That's just the type of person I am. So when people try to approach me as if I'm an aggressive person or I'm this, that, it's like, don't fucking do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. I really, with all my heart, hate that shit. So anyway, he kind of has this thing where he does that to me. And it's kind of like, I don't know. That turns me off. That turns me off big time. Because when people do, when you meet a guy like that does that to you, that means that when y'all do get into arguments and you do actually start to show some emotion, you start flipping out or you mad about something, it's going to be like it's the end of the fucking world. Because if the little things you do is already like, oh my God, you so aggressive, you a boss lady, so imagine when I really am on my shit. And that's why I don't get on my shit like that. I try not to let people rattle me, because if my demeanor like this is too much for people, could you fucking imagine if I was really pissed off? So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. So that's him, right? So he's kind of losing. He's just rubbing me the wrong way with some character flaws, a little bit of inconsistency or whatever. Now, for the jizz, for the juice, Mr. Dark and Lovely. I really, really like Dark and Lovely. Really like him. And I feel as though me and him can go somewhere as long as I don't impose my past experiences on him. Meaning, I have to deal with him fresh slate. Can't associate him with other guys that I've dealt with type of shit. Because I feel as though if I do that, that's going to push him away. That'll push most guys away. But him in particular, he's really a nice guy. And he's really a consistent guy. So far. Because it hasn't even been that long. So, let me tell y'all how this motherfucker. There I go, name calling. Let me tell y'all how he was on the phone with me. He tells me he loves me. I be getting off the phone. And he's like, I love you. And I was like, I seen this man one time, y'all. And when we was together, he had said to me, he said, yo, it feels like you're already my girl. Like, it feels like me and you already been together. He was like, and I don't know if y'all saw the last vlog where he said two what I deem disrespectful things, but he was like, I only said that because I feel like I know you already. Like, that's something that you would say to your girl or whatever. So, it does kind of have that feel between him, and it's like how can I say, like, you know how you miss somebody's presence. That's how I feel. And he was telling me that's how he feels about me. Like, he legit missed me. And I was like, that's fucking crazy, because we've only seen each other one time, but it was just like, it was that we have a history feeling for some reason. Like, we just fit type of shit. So, I'm not moving fast with him. And I had asked him, because he had tried to ask me to come to my house or some shit like that. And I just straight out, flat out asked him. Because I'm really cheap when it comes to giving away pussy, honey. Yeah. So, I flat out asked him. I said, did you ask me to come to my house so you could try to have sex with me? And he was like, no. Of course he was going to say no. But he was like, no. He was like, why you ask that? I said, because you bring it up twice. And you know, guys will feel like you playing hard to get, or you just don't want them to come to your house, because they know if they get a chance to come to your house, it kind of puts you in a position where you, in a sense, have to say yes to having sex. And let me clarify what I mean by that. Like, if somebody comes to your house and you know y'all sitting close together, or y'all sitting there chatting it up, he start rubbing on you or whatever, and you kind of like, and then one thing leads to another. So it kind of does, in a sense, put you in a position where you've set yourself up to have sex, even though that's something that you're not ready for with that person. And that's one of the reasons why I tell guys that no, you can't come to my house, because I don't want to put myself in that position. You know what I'm saying? Of course I can say no, but it's just like, who wants to be sitting there bargaining, like, or going back and forth and saying no. Like, I don't want to have to do that. So therefore you cannot come to my house. I don't want to have to fucking continue to say no, or pushing you off of me or whatever. It's just like, you know, some guys don't understand that. Women would love to come to your house. Women would love to invite you to their house if it was just literally a harmless, you're going to come over, we're going to watch TV or watch movie, chill and just vibe out type of shit. And a lot of the times it's not that situation. Y'all just want to push for more, and the woman may not be ready. And then she sat there and she had sex with you when she wasn't ready. Now, whether you know it or not, whether she knows it, she in some type of way feels a little violated. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get the Me Too moments and all this extra shit. And it's kind of like, why even take that chance? Why take that chance? Like, I don't want to have sex with you. I'm not ready to have sex with you, I should say. So I don't want you to come to my house. So I had asked him that. He said, no, that's not what it is. I said, okay. And to be quite honest, he hasn't, besides the two things that he said on that date, he's not really a vulgar person. He don't talk crazy like that or whatever. So, oh, let me tell you what I'm doing. Look at me. I'm running my fucking mouth with this fucking busted, blurry ass phone. Water. Bonita Afro Bum by The Dew. I don't know where it's at. Right, The Dew. And then just some cheap conditioner by Tresemme. So, yeah. I mean, I went a whole year and 4, 5, 6, whatever the hell, how many months without sex. I'm not beat for it. I'm just not. These niggas be so quick to rush into bed with you and don't even know what the fuck they doing. Don't know how to handle it when they fucking get it. They see some big old butt cheeks and they, nigga, no, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, I'm not beat for it. I need an emotional connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last person I had sex with him because I liked him, and I just felt like, okay, I waited this long to have sex, and this is the person that I'm gonna have sex with, and because I felt like having sex. But I could have fucking waited up until now too. Some people have no control. They don't, you know, they call just chakras. You know, some people their root chakra is so misaligned. Everything is sexual. Everything is about sex. It's like, you need to hone yourself. You need to fucking meditate. I'm not with the horny bunny fucking type of attitude this generation has. Like, back the fuck up off me. Because one thing about me is, like, if you got my mind, nigga, you got everything. But if my mind is not in it, and you turning me off in some type of way, or you have this a character flaw that really bothers me, you are not gonna get it. And if you do, you're not gonna get the best of it. Point blank period. Because I tell niggas all the time, I'm gonna turn your fucking ass out. But anyway. So Dark and Lovely, me and him is supposed to go on a date tomorrow. And that's really why I'm doing my hair. I mean, I've been wanting to do it. But he's just one of them men that you feel like you have to, like, get dolled up for. You feel like you have to make sure Your nails is done, your toes. I mean, I'm not doing my nails, but I'm saying like he puts you in that type of mood. You know, there's some men, you don't give a flying fuck. You'll feed them a fur burger with no motherfucking lubrication, motherfucker. Choke on this shit. But then there's some men, you make sure you trim your shit, you shave your shit, you do your hair, you do your nails, you make sure you smell good. There's niggas that you would, some men you would just give them gym pussy right after the gym. You let that nigga be all up in it, funky and all, motherfucker. Because you ain't even worth the fucking effort. But then there's men that you really want to put on your little cute panties for. You want to do your hair for. You want to make sure you got the right shit on. And Dark and Lovely is legit one of those guys. Like, he's just one of those guys. So, yeah, this is no joke. If you don't have this type of hair, you don't understand. This hair needs a lot of moisture, a lot of TLC, a lot of detangling. And that's why when I see stupid ass pedophilic looking Unison or Onison or Onion Boy, whatever the fuck his name is, making videos, and that Asian dude that make videos, and white women that make videos on black women and their hair, suck a hairy asshole. You don't know the fucking half. You don't know the history of black hair. Do your fucking research. So I saw some of y'all are walking around with fucking lace. You wash your hair too damn much. Anyway, let me not even get on that, because you know, once I get on my black power shit, it's a fucking wrap, man. How long I've been talking? 21 minutes? 21? Oh no, bitch. A lot of this shit gotta be edited. Oh. So anyway, I just might upload this as a video by itself. So back to Dark and Lovely. Yeah, he's just one of those dudes. He's supposed to take me out tomorrow. He's gonna take me to one of my favorite restaurants called The Boil. He has his own car, but he just rented another car. You know, some dudes like to have the fancy cars and shit. So he rented some car, I don't know, some red sports car. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know nothing about cars, and I personally don't give a fuck, nigga, because I ain't got one. So he rented that out. I think he's off on the weekend. So I'm not sure what time he's gonna come pick me up. I have 2 dresses that I might wear. I have a green velvet dress that I got from Fashion Nova. And then I have a baby blue dress that I haven't worn since last summer. So I can wear either one of those. I'm going to do my hair, and then I'm going to do something with these motherfucking busted ass feet. I'm not going back to the Asians. Sorry. Them places be so fucking dirty. Giving me fucking rashes and funguses and shit. And that's why I ended up at the fucking foot doctor. So I'm not dealing with them. I can keep my little black coins in my pocket. Y'all don't like us anyway. So I'm just gonna do my own feet. I'm gonna paint my nails, make sure they clean, make sure I filed them or whatever. Yeah, so this is this side. I'm gonna put a little bit more jewelry on it. What is this? Don't y'all hate when you do, like, if you do your own hair, you know what I'm talking about. They find these little straggle hairs and shit. Feeling like bugs. Anyway, so I'll show y'all tomorrow. We'll do this side. I was thinking about putting on lashes, but I don't know. I'm not beat for all of that. Like I'm a minimal person. Like when it comes to my look and my skin, you know. I don't mind being fancy with the clothes. And I couldn't get fancy despite what y'all have seen. But when it comes to putting shit on my skin and my face, soap, water, perfume, lipstick, that's it. Anyways, guys, thanks for putting up with my rambling. Oh man, my face is breaking out a little bit, but it's okay. And I'll see ya soon.